Hello, namaste. This is Hariharan Iyer, the entertainer, and I'm absolutely delighted to welcome you to yet another book review on my YouTube channels. Sometimes you just stumble upon some amazing books. One is that you keep looking out for some great titles that you want to read, but sometimes you just stumble upon certain books, and I stumbled upon this amazing book called as Bangaliyana Doodles, Cartoons and Musings from a Probashi Bengali, written by Rajiv. Banerjee, who is an ex-journalist and a corporate communication leader. It's an absolutely fascinating book about Bengali culture, Bengali food, the Bengali way of life, and it's a light-hearted satire about himself being a Bengali and the Bengalis as a whole. Nowhere in the book is it anywhere insulting to any of the Bengalis. It is just an attempt to laugh at himself and laugh at in a very light-hearted way at his own community. And most importantly, it is a way to he has written this book as a way to pay tribute to the Bengali way of life, to Bengali personalities, Bengali food, Bengali culture, the Bengali arts, overall the Bengali philosophy of life. I'm absolutely fascinated by Bengalis. I have a very deep Kolkata connection. I have lived in Calcutta. My family has spent, my parents have also spent a lot of time in Bengal, in Calcutta rather. So some part of my childhood was in Kolkata. So I'm always fascinated to know more about who is writing what about Bengalis, who is writing more about Kolkata. And recently, when I was in Kolkata, I went around the streets where I grew up as a kid. I shot a video outside my school on the streets where I grew up as a kid. So it's a fascinating nostalgic experience. It was a fascinating nostalgic experience for me to read Bangaliyana by Rajiv Banerjee, because the Bengali in me, the Calcuttan in me just simply came alive. And it's a beautiful book because it's very pictorial, and you will find a lot of these kind of lovely cartoons that Rajiv has created. A childhood passion for him, but finally bringing it out as in the form of a professional book. A big tribute and a big thank you to Rajiv for doing this. So it's got wonderful cartoons. It's very pictorial. So whatever he describes in words, he's also depicted it through cartoons, which is absolutely fascinating. And he talks about Bengalis' fascination for the Durga Puja, how they would plan for it, how many of the Bengalis who live outside Calcutta would rush to Calcutta for for the Puja holidays. Probashi Bengalis are those who have grown up outside of Calcutta or outside of Bengal. And Rajiv, being a Mumbaikar essentially, though born as a Bengali, being a Mumbaikar essentially, obviously has been able to bring alive the core identity of being a Bengali through this book. And he talks about his own upbringing, his connection with the Bengali culture at home and outside. So it's overall a very fascinating book, a must read. It's a very small book. It will not consume a lot of your time, just a little over 100 pages, but much of it is pictorial. So you can it's a visual delight. And one of the most difficult things to do in life is to keep things simple. And that's exactly what Rajiv has managed to do. He has kept the book very simple. You don't really have to rush to the dictionary to check out on any words. It's narrated in a very simple way. It's a story about his own life in a way. He narrates stories from his childhood and his experience with the Bengali food, how they treat the son-in-law. It's a very interesting chapter. I found that chapter very interesting, where he talks about how the Bengalis treat their son-in-law and how the son-in-law has to eat a lot on a particular day when they're celebrating the son-in-law's presence in the family. So and he talks about Bengalis' preference for mishti doi, rasgulla, mach, fish, bhat, rice, and aloo bhaja. So there is a very interesting description about how the Bengalis love the aloo bhaja. I could relate so much with all this because there is a bit of that Bengali in me. There's a bit of that Calcuttan inside me still. And Calcutta is my favorite city. It's always an opportunity for me. It's a lovely opportunity for me to go to Calcutta and relive those years that I spent there working and also growing up essentially. So, Bangaliyana, must read book. Pick it up. It will bring a smile to your face. I mean, more than anything, I think you'll smile through those pages. And writing a satire is not easy. It's risky because people might misinterpret it as if you're actually making fun of somebody and trying to put down a community or a set of people. It's just not that way as far as this book is concerned. It's a you need to laugh at yourself, isn't it? And that's what Rajiv Banerjee is trying to do. But more importantly, it's actually a tribute. This book really is a tribute to the Bengali way of life, and there's so much to learn from their way of life. So do pick up Bangaliyana. I've given the link from where you can purchase the book. And yeah, happy reading, and thank you, Rajiv, for coming up with such an excellent book. It's also a wonderful lesson in how to write these kind of books. And I'm always fascinated as an author myself to look at what kind of books other authors are writing and what kind of themes they are picking up. uh, the only problem now for me is, if ever I want to write a visual book, I need to take the help of an artist, because I can't draw even a straight line without the help of a scale. I can do few other things in a better way, but I can't draw. So this kind of a book is probably out of my purview, but I'm fascinated to have read it and to recommend it and to review it. Thank you very much for being with me on this book review. Please do watch my other book reviews on my playlist, and I'll be back soon with one more book review. Till then, God bless you and thank you very much.